Golden State Warriors back at it tonight in Boston. Game 4, down 2-1. Do they have to make huge adjustments? I'll discuss that next. This is the Friday Night Tailgate on Fox Sports 980, 95.9 FM. This is the Friday Night Tailgate on Fox Sports 980, 95.9 FM, as well as the free iHeartRadio app. Thank you for tuning in, however you may be tuning in on a beautiful afternoon. Thank you for taking me along with you on this beautiful, wonderful Friday. Now we got Game 4 of the NBA Finals tonight. Boston Celtics lead 2-1 after absolutely putting a hurting on the Golden State Warriors from the first quarter through the second quarter. Got off track in the third quarter, but maintained enough, especially towards the end of the third quarter, to carry momentum into the fourth quarter, where they absolutely dominated, outscoring the Warriors 23-11 in a deciding quarter where, let's be honest, Steph Curry comes out late in that third quarter with about roughly 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go, and the Warriors go cold, and the Celtics go on a tear. They take advantage. The Celtics up 2-1. What do the Warriors do? Where do they go from here? Are there major changes that need to be made? We saw Steph Curry and Klay Thompson combine, go 11 for 24 from deep and score a combined 56 points. And it was not enough as they dropped Game 3, 116-100. There are a couple of things that I would like to see, and none of them include really making any huge adjustments. The one adjustment that I would like to see them make, and I know Robert Williams has been giving them quote-unquote fits. You know, he scored 8 points, grabbed 10 rebounds, 4 block shots, played 26 minutes. I know Robert Williams has been giving them some fits, but let's be honest. Robert Williams, you cannot let impact the game the way that he has. You got to take him out of the game. He's not a scoring threat. He can get some dump-off buckets, make a couple dump-off passes, but ultimately, he's not a scoring threat. I would take Kevon Looney out of the starting lineup, just to kind of get the small ball rolling. For me, in particular, I would like to see them insert the young gun. We saw it work in the previous series when they put in Jonathan Kuminga. Not a great three-point shooter, but a decent three-point shooter. Roughly about 34% three-point shooter. He's 6'11". You can play him, slide him at small forward, slide Draymond Green to power forward. And that's another body that you can use and get out and be athletic and guard. And that's going to help you in two ways. When the switches happen, the Celtics have done a great job getting Jason Tatum to switch onto Steph Curry or this guy and that guy. They've done a great job of being able to take advantages of the mismatches when they happen. Because Kevon Looney is coming out well past three-point line to guard these guys. And this isn't a knock on Kevon Looney because they could not have made it this far without him. But I would like to see the energy that they bring in the third quarter to start the game. If I can get Kuminga in the starting lineup, it could revitalize this team and make them want it. And then I need Draymond Green to be Draymond Green at game number 2. Now, I know there's a lot of talk about him being a dirty player, this and that. You may not like him. But he is absolutely, on the defensive side of the ball, when it comes to energy on the court, Draymond Green is the engine that makes that car go. In whether you loved or hate him in game 2, that's exactly what happened. He brought the energy from an early moment. trying to strip Al Horford on a drive to the hoop, getting called for the jump ball. I want that kind of energy. I need that kind of energy because this is a team that has been taken advantage of, letting the Celtics team get to the rack at will. At will. This team is getting outscored in the paint. Points in the paint last game doubled that of the Warriors, 52-26. Second chance points for the Celtics. Tremendous difference. The rebounds, tremendous difference. You know what rebounding comes down to for me? You know what defensive presence comes down to me? Comes down to will. Do you want it? Do you have the will to fight for it? Do you have the energy, the want, the need to go get it? Now, these are all talented players. These guys are all in the NFL or the NBA for a reason. These guys are all in the NBA for a reason. They are all talented in one form or another. When it comes to the defensive side of the ball, it's all about the will to do it. Because anybody can box out anybody. Anybody can make sure they put a body on somebody when that ball goes up and knocks off the rim. It's the want. You want to have to do it. And I saw no want. The Celtics are a team that are relentless, gritty, tough, grind out games. Those are all adjectives that describe the Celtics to a T. I need to see that from the Warriors because unless the Warriors look in the mirror and understand that the situation isn't about making these huge adjustments, it's about just wanting it more, about getting on the floor and getting dirty, about boxing somebody out, about putting a body on somebody, there's nothing that I nor Steve Kerr can do for them. They have to want it. In watching Game 3, that's what it came down to. You don't get out-rebounded 47-31 because you want the rebound more. You're not fighting for the rebound more. Get a body on the closest person to you when that ball goes in up in the air. As far as points in the paint, you have to stop letting the dribble penetration happen. Now, they're trying to force them off the three-point line, and they're opening their lanes and allowing them to get to the rack. You can't do that. You cannot allow them to get to the rack because the dribble penetration leads to the open threes, and it's killing you because they're either dropping buckets inside at a high, efficient rate, or they're finding the open man. They're finding Grant Williams on the outside. They're finding Derek White on the outside, or Peyton Pritchard, or you name it. Even Al Horford is getting involved on the three-point line with open shots, open looks. So this comes down to the will and the want of the Golden State Warriors. They have the talent. But do they have the will and want to be aggressive on the defensive side of the ball? To be aggressive when it comes to getting rebounds? And then other than that, just keep doing what they do on the offensive side of the ball. Move it around, the quick screens, the quick shots, because they are getting good looks. They are absolutely getting good looks. Klay Thompson's finally breaking out of his streak. I've seen Otto Porter Jr. hit some big shots. Andrew Wiggins is hitting some big shots. I would just like to see the role players continue to be aggressive on the offensive side of the ball as well. I want to see Jordan Poole be the Jordan Poole of the playoffs, not of this series. Because what he's brought to this, take out Game 2 where he dropped 17 points and over half of them came when the game was already decided. He has been a shell of himself. He scored 10 points last game. And they were 10 points that really did not have an impact on the game. He has not had an impact on the game. And I know he's struggling defensively. Small, wiry, inexperienced when it comes to the playoffs. Defense was never that great, but he's getting exposed by bigger physical guards like Marcus Smart. And with that happening, it is difficult to get him to remain on the court at all times. It is difficult to let him get in stride, but I need to see him be more aggressive because he is shooting at a high percentage when he's getting inside that three-point line. But other than that, it comes down to the will, the want. And if I'm a betting man, and you know I am, I'm taking the Warriors to win tonight. Taking the Warriors to win tonight. You can go on DraftKings or whatever your preferred betting site is. I like DraftKings, but you can go to whatever other one you would like. And I would bet the Warriors to win because Draymond Green is going to get in everybody's ear. You don't call Draymond Green soft and get away with it. And he played absolutely horrendous last game. So you know he's going to have a bounce back game. And if I'm a betting man, and you know I am, I'm taking the Warriors to win tonight.